I want everyone to close their eyes for a moment and think about an animal that they love. It can be a pet or an animal seen at the zoo, anything really. Now imagine that animal and every single animal like it gone forever, completely wiped off the face of Earth, never to be seen or heard from again, except in stories or books. This is animal extinction, and it is something that happens today, and very rapidly, I might add. Planet Earth is currently in its sixth wave of extinction in the past half-billion years, with it being the worst it has been since the extinction of the dinosaurs, almost half a billion years ago. Though, unlike the dinosaurs, nature and climate change is not what's mostly killing the animals. We are. One of the number one causes for animal extinction is habitat destruction. The giant panda, for example, which mostly thrives on bamboo and lives in the Yangtze River basin, their habitat has deteriorated almost completely. This river basin has been slowly destroyed over the years due to the construction of roads and railroads, which deplete the amounts of bamboo, which is the giant panda's main food source. There has been much industrialization and much destruction in this area that has led to a 73% increase in the pollution of the river, and 25 billion tons of waste have been dumped into the river as well. Also due to humans, pandas are being poached for their fur, which can sell for up to $65,000. This is also a large factor in the decrease of their population. Humans tend to take animals for granted, which is why we exploit them as a resource, and that is also why they're going extinct. Another factor in animal extinction is pollution. I know many of you have seen the movie Happy Feet with the penguin character who has a plastic soda ring caught around his neck. I want you to know that that is not something that is just seen in movies, it is reality. Pollutions such as oil spills are very detrimental to Arctic creatures such as penguins or polar bears. If an oil spill affects one species, just one small insignificant species, the whole food chain is impacted. If one tiny species begins to die out because of human pollution, the animals who rely on that tiny species begin to die out as well. Oil spills restrict the wings of the Arctic bird, making it very difficult for them to fly and to feed themselves as well as their young. As for animals such as polar bears and penguins, the oil spills make the water murky, polluted, and very difficult to swim in, also making it very difficult for them to get food. Oil spills also restrict the use of penguins' feathers, which is their main source of insulation, causing many of them to die due to hypothermia. Penguins are also prone to ingesting the spilled oil, which also results in the damage of their inner organs such as lungs, intestines, and kidneys. All animals are important and essential to our environment, which is why we must do all that we can to protect them and stop them from going extinct. I urge all of you to get involved with organizations such as the World Wildlife Fund and the National Wildlife Federation, two great organizations that are helping to provide safe spaces and habitats for endangered species to live in without being in fear of destruction or poaching. They work to protest and recognize companies that are damaging and exploiting animal habitats. The World Wildlife Fund is working with the Chinese government currently to protect and conserve pandas. Together, they have turned acres of land into panda reserves. Within these 3.8 million acres, there are over 50 panda reserves that are able to protect more than 61% of all the pandas in China. As for the Arctic animals, the World Wildlife Fund, as well as the National Wildlife Federation, is working to eliminate the impacts of pollution and industrialism in the Arctic areas. They are also trying to conserve areas for polar bear habitats, as well as respect the cultural practices of the people living in Arctic places such as Alaska or Greenland. Together we can work to keep the animals of planet Earth alive and thriving, and not have to worry about extinction any longer. Thank you.